Hello and welcome. This is Bijan Hushiar. There are two networks in this internetwork, identified as WLAN 1 and WLAN 2. Although in WLAN 2 we have a wired end device as well. The two network addresses are going to be used for WLAN 1 and WLAN 2 are 192.168.10/24 for WLAN 1 and 192.168.2.0/24 for WLAN 2. We have already configured G00 of the router 1 with 192.168.1.254, and we have already configured G01 with 192.168.2.254, and also configured G01 as relay agent to capture DHCP broadcast from end devices and relay it to the DHCP server on WLAN 1. The objective is to control the 4 access points that we have through a device called WLAN Controller, WLC. The model that we are using is WLC-PT. The control doesn't mean that we do not need to make some configuration on access points or end devices. We still need to perform minimum configuration on access points and end devices. However, WLAN controller is going to provide the IP addressing to the end devices, acting as a DHCP server. Also is going to provide the authentication method and password to access points, so they can authenticate through that. They can authenticate the end devices. So the configurations are going to be done on end devices, PCs, on access points, but the main configuration is done on LAN controller. First, let's take a look at how we configure the end devices. We are accessing this PC's configuration, and you notice that I've already named it. I have configured it to receive default gateway and DNS server automatically. And as far as wireless is concerned, I have placed it in a wireless network with SSID of WLAN 1 with the authentication method of web using this password. Notice that I have turned it off. It is not on. I'm going to turn devices wireless radio on after configuring the wireless LAN controller. Otherwise, devices are going to get connected every which way and it will look messy. As far as the PC called WLAN2-PC2 is concerned, I have placed it, I have configured it in a way that it is in a wireless network using WLAN2 as the SSID. The authentication method is WP8-PSK, and the password phrase used for this authentication method is configured on this device as well. The same is true for PC called WLAN3-PC3. It is using SSID of WLAN3 with this authentication method WP82-PSK with this password. Too bad. The PC called the WLAN 4-PC4. As far as wireless is concerned, it is connecting to an access point that is having the SSID of WLAN 4. Authentication method is web, a different password than the web PC that we had on WLAN 1 part of the internet network. All the PCs are configured to receive IP addressing automatically from the DHCP server. So that's how we configure the end devices. Any end device connecting to a wireless network must know the SSID of that network. Normally, it is going to be displayed, we selected, and then we should know the password for that particular SSID, and we have to type it in order to get connected. So we haven't done anything that is not abnormal. It's quite normal for users to type that type of information. As far as access points are concerned, we are using 3702i model, and the configuration on these are not difficult either. We click config, and then as far as WLC is concerned, wireless LAN controller, we have to introduce that device to this access point by giving the IP address of that device. We are going to assign 192.168.1.1 to our WLAN controller. So we provide that IP address to this access point called lightweight access point 1. As far as the radio part of it is concerned, there is no configuration that we have to do. As far as the gigabit interface of it is concerned, we wanted to put on DHCP to receive information from the LAN controller. Lightweight access point 2, the same thing. As far as setting is concerned, DHCP, WLAN controller, we are going to introduce it. On lightweight access point 1, DHCP is configured. Okay. On lightweight access point 3, DHCP, and then we are going to introduce the LAN controller. We'll do the same thing on lightweight access point 4. It's going to receive IP addressing information from DHCP. And as far as the WLC is concerned, we are going to provide the IPv4 address of WLC. WLC is placed in a network we refer to as Wireless LAN 1 with this network address. That's why we used 192.168.1.1 for it. But we need to do further configuration on WLC. Let's go to WLC and complete the configuration on that device. Now that we know how to configure the access points and end devices, it's time to turn our attention to configuring wireless LAN controller. So we access the WLCP configuration tab, and the first thing that we do, we click on the management tab and assign the IP address to it, 192.168.1.1. This is the IP address that we gave to all access points as who the wireless LAN controller is. The subnet mask of it is 255.255.255.0. The default gateway for this wireless LAN controller is the IPv4 address of G00 of the router 1, which is 192.168.1.254. This device can use a DNS server with IPv4 address of 8888. Then we are going to go to DHCP part or tab. And we are going to create two pools. The first pool is for WLAN 1, so we name the pool accordingly. The default gateway of WLAN 1 is IPv4 address of G0, 0 of the router. So we added in here 192.168.1.254. The DNS that can be used is the same as the one that we configured WLAN controller to use. The starting IPv4 address to be listed out to the clients is this one, 192 tab 168 tab 1 tab. I want to start from 100 with the subnet mask of 255 tab 255 tab 255 tab 0. I want maximum of 10 devices to receive IPv4 address from this pool. That number depends on how many devices you have your network that need automatic IPv4 addresses from this DHCP server. Then I have to provide the WLC address in the pool also, which is 192.168.1.1, and then I'm going to add it. Then I create another pool called WLAN 2 with the default gateway of 192.168.2.254, which is the IPv4 address of G01 of the router 1. The starting address is going to be from 192.168 to 200. And then the same subnet mask, I can only afford to give automatic IPv4 addresses to 5 devices. The WLAN controller address is the same. I'm going to add this pool also. I have created 2 pools right now. One for WLAN 1, one for WLAN 2. Now I need to turn the DHCP service on. So that part is done. So I've already taken care of the management part. I've taken care of the DHCP part. Then I have to select wireless LANs and add the wireless LANs that I want to use in this network. One of them is called WLAN 1. WLAN 1 has the SSID of WLAN 1. And it is using web with the password of ABCDEF, ABCD, hexadecimal. So I type it in here, ABCDEF, ABCD. Save it. Then I'm going to create another one. It's called WLAN 2, WLAN 2 with the SSID of WLAN 2. WLAN 2 is using WPA-PSK authentication with the passphrase or password of coffee. Instead of O, I'm using zeros. C00FFEE, C00FFEE. That's an hexadecimal number. I save it. Now I'm going to create another one. WLAN 3, WLAN 3. The SSID for WLAN 3 is WLAN 3. WLAN 3 is using WPA-PSK2, this one, with the password of 2BAT. That's another hexadecimal number, 2BAT. I'm going to save it. Well, I'm going to create another one called WLAN 4. New WLAN 4. WLAN 4 with the SSID of WLAN 4. WLAN 4. remember, SSID is case sensitive. This one is using web, but with a different password, 1029 38 47 56. 10 29 38 47 56. I'm going to save it. Then I'm going to check to see how many I have. I have WLAN 1, I have WLAN 2, I have WLAN 3, and I have WLAN 4. Okay, that part is done. Then, since I've already created the HCP server, I'm going to click on access group to see if they are detected. All the access points are detected. All the wireless LANs that I created in here. So I'm going to create a new one. And then that new one, I'm going to call it again WLAN 1. Then I'm going to connect WLAN 1 to a lightweight access point 1, save it. I'm going to create another one called WLAN 2. I'm going to connect SSID and network WLAN 2 to a lightweight access point 2, save it. Then I'm going to create another one, WLAN 3. I'm going to connect SSID WLAN 3, network LAN 3, WLAN 3 to lightweight access point 3, save it. Then I'm going to create the last one, which is WLAN 4. I'm going to connect WLAN 4 to lightweight access point 4. After having done that, I'm going to double check WLAN 1 with lightweight access point. They are connected to each other. WLAN 2 and lightweight access point 2 connected to each other. WLAN 3 and lightweight access point 3 connected to each other. WLAN 4 and lightweight access point connected to each other. The configuration on wireless LAN controller is done, and oh, by the way, you can expand or minimize these things. I also prefer to call this one wireless LAN controller. Okay, DHCP is configured. As far as the interface is concerned, the management is configured. Access groups are configured, and wireless LANs are also configured. That's it. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn the wireless on the end devices. PCWLAN1-PC1 must get connected to lightweight access point 1, not any other access point, if you have configured everything correctly. So I click on it, click on config, wireless, turn it on. It is already configured to perform authentication using web and that password address. That's how we configured WLAN 1. For the next PC, I'm going to turn the wireless on. It's using WPA-PSK with this password. That's what we configured for WLAN 2. And then I do the same thing for PC WLAN 3-PC3. It's using WPA2 with this password. Can only get connected to this access point. Let's see if WLAN 4PC4 is going to be able to get connected to the correct access point. It does. Now let's check the IPv4 addresses. PC1 from WLAN 1 has received DHCP IPv4 address of 103, has received default gateway, has received the DNS server. WLAN 2 PC2, let's go ahead and configure the static, has received 105 with the correct default gateway, correct DNS that we configured on DHCP server. PCWLAN 3, PC3, let's see if this one is receiving the correct 106, correct default gateway, correct subnet mask, correct DNS that we configured. Let's see if PCWLAN 4-PC4 can receive correct IPv4 address 192.168.2.202 starting from 200, correct default gateway, correct DNS. Let's see if PC2 can receive, yes, receive 192.168.2.203 with the correct subnet mask, correct default gateway, correct DNS. Now these PCs should be able to ping each other. The IPv4 address of this one was 2203. Let's see if we can ping it from this PC. Ping 192.168.2.203. 4 echoes are going to be sent, and we expect at least one echo reply back. Replies are coming back. There is end-to-end connectivity, and that's how you configure WLAN controller, wireless LAN controller, to control access points as far as authentication is concerned, as far as automating IPv4 addresses for the end devices in each SSID that you have. We can go ahead and further test this one by bringing another PC and see if we can connect it to different networks that we have with different SSIDs. On this one, we go to physical tab, we turn it off, we remove the wired NIC, we add a wireless one, and then after that we go to config, and we want to configure wireless. It is on. We want to get it connected to WLAN 1, WLAN 1, case sensitive. We want to use web with the password of ABCDEF ABCD. See if it's going to get connected to that device or not. Yes, and let's see if it has received any IPv4 address. Yes, from the DHCP. We can test it one more time. Yes. Now let's go ahead and change the wireless configuration of it. We wanted to get connected to WLAN 2. WLAN 2 is using WPA-PSK, which is this one, with the password of coffee using zeros instead of O's, C00FFEE, C00FFEE, and then let's see if it gets connected to the lightweight access point 2 or not. Yes, it does. Let's test it to see if we can connect it to wireless LAN 3. Let's move it down here a little bit. And then we want to connect it to WLAN 3. WLAN 3 is using WPA PSK 2, which is this one, with a passcode of too bad. Let's see if this device gets connected to LAN. Yes, it gets connected to the WLAN 3. Let's see if we can get it connected to lightweight access point 4. So first I'm going to change that one to disconnect it from that network and move it to this network, and then configure it web with the password of 10 29 38 47 56. Let's see if it can get connected to that one. Yes, let's see if it has received correct IP addressing right now. Yes, from network 192.168.201. So that's how you configure end devices, how you configure access points, and how you control access points by using a wireless LAN controller. If you have plenty of access points in your internet network, using a WLAN controller is very efficient and useful. If you have only 1 or 2 access points, it's waste of money.
Thank you for watching. If you liked the video and you found it informative, please don't forget to recommend it to others who may be interested. Thank you.